Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Lions going up against the Texans. Now let's go to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 12 matchup.
Tate's going to be deep here for the opening kick. The top team in the AFC South has the football on the tee, getting set now to kick it away and get this game started. We're underway here. No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. Stafford's coming to the huddle. He's had a solid year, but not spectacular. His quarterback rating just over 80. The Lions come out in the pistol. First down at the 20. Stafford with the give. Jackson, that time, in on that tackle.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the box very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
Stafford's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. First down at the 36. Calvin Johnson with the grab. Johnson's met at the 37. And with that, let's look at the Lions offense. They'll be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times. The Texans defense now is going to go nickel. The Lions from the 37. Johnson's got it. First down.
Well, I think early in the game, anytime you cross the 50-yard line, it just gives you confidence that what you're doing is going to work today. Let's see if they can take advantage of that and take it on down into the end zone.
And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. Ebron can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop. Here's how the Texans defense, they know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. The Texans will come out in the dime. The Lions will take the snap from the 45. Flag is out. The ball is fumbled. That brings the play to an end.
Holding defense. Automatic first down.
First down on the way. Almost intercepted.
When you're going against a good quarterback and receiver in the NFL now, one of the ways to stop it is tight man-to-man coverage. You against him.
The Lions will take the snap from the 40. Looking at every option. And he's thrown to the ground.
You're talking about a bonus. When you get a defensive tackle that can get in the backfield and sack the quarterback, that is something special. Great job that time by the big D tackle.
Another sack.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. Hoyer's going to be at quarterback today. One of the best passers in this league. Currently in the top 10 when it comes to a quarterback rating. Hoyer's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Tight end in motion. First down at the 20. Here's the handoff. Brought down at the 26.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Second down here after that run play. The Texans come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Looking long, and it's incomplete. Here's the Texans offense, hoping to crank out some yardage on the ground today. So far on the season, they've been only middle of the pack. Hoyer's going to take it from the gun. And the catch is made by Rod Streeter.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
First down and 10. Ball was out. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession. The Texans have been busting through that offensive line and putting pressure on the quarterback from the start.
Jim, I would say that you are right. They're busting through, they're running over, whatever you want, they are getting it done. I think everybody knows now, don't we, that when the defender is trying to tackle the person with the football, they're going to go to the strip. Terrible, terrible job by the offensive player.
First down at the 30. Looking for some daylight up the middle.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Matthew Stafford will be under center. It's intercepted. A foot race to the end zone. Now at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
You gotta love a defense that's not afraid to take chances, and this defense will get after it. That time they get the interception and return it all the way for a touchdown.
The Texans setting up for the kickoff. Tate's going to test the coverage here. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Lions will try to put a little drive together and not give the football away, Phil, as each team seems to treat it like it's a hot potato.
Well, sometimes it is a hot potato. Did you know back in 1985, Jim, I set a record for fumbles in a football season? It wasn't easy to do, but I accomplished it. It was a lot of hard work, and I got it done.
That's his third catch of the day.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
First and 10. Johnson's got the catch and the first.
Well, he's got talent. This receiver can make the catches when you throw it his way. And I think his talent, the way offenses are designed, and the rules of the NFL, it makes guys like him almost unstoppable.
Now first and 10. The defense gets the sack.
Corners down the NFL, they're asked to do so many things. Stop the run, cover guys in zone, cover them in man-to-man coverage. And how about this blitz that time by the corner? Gets to the quarterback and takes him down for the sack. Jim, I think this is a blitz. Look how close everybody is to the line of scrimmage.
No chance to throw. Another sack.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
The Lions line up, split backfield. Matthew Stafford from the shotgun. Over to Ebron. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. Late in the first, and that's a big stop on third down to bring up a punt. And now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, good job by the defense, but I'll say this for the offense. You got to show more imagination if you want to have success, especially on third downs.
And the punt is kicked out of bounds. The Texans come onto the field trying to make up for that last mistake. We watched it all week in practice. Ball security was a concern, and they fumbled it the last time they were out here.
Yeah, terrible job. And that's what you can't do. You can do a lot of things that are negative on the offensive side, but fumbling is just not one that anybody can tolerate. You have the football in your control. Take care of it.
And with that, let's look at the Lions defense. They have not stopped the run all season long. When you can't stop the run, you can't win. Looking across the middle, DeAndre Hopkins with the grab.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Is it caught? Yes, it is intercepted. The defense is able to take the ball away. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Warriors lining up in the pistol. The give. Robison's able to read that play and make the hit.
Lions defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's good stuff.
The Texans have to get to the 41 for a first. The Texans now move the chains. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see him drop a pass.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. First down here.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing play here.
Makes the reception. He's going to be tackled right around the 49. The Texans on offense here to start the second quarter. That leads us to second down. The Lions defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Complete to Hopkins.
Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn and find him and throw it to him.
Handoff. That's a gain of 6.
The Texans, they believe in their offense. They know once they get inside the red zone, they can run or throw. That time they run the football, and it picks up some good solid yards. Great job by the offensive line.
Foster. Not able to get away from Tulloch that time. touchdown. Just a week ago, they converted at a high rate in third down situations. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 13th touchdown catch of the year. Just underway here in the second, and it looks like they're going to stay aggressive in this quarter if that touchdown is any indication.
Hard to believe it. Here we are early in the second, and we already got a lead that just got increased. I give the offense credit, but somewhere along the line, the defense of the opponents has to step up and just be tougher.
Stafford will lead his offense back onto the field here as this goes for a touchback. The Lions are experiencing a little bit of a drought here offensively, having gone 3 straight possessions without a score. What do you think needs to be done to buck that trend here, partner?
I'd say it's a little more than a drought. This is some awful offense, and there's many things you've got to do. You've got to tell your offensive line to pick things up. When the offensive line is aggressive, it gives all the stars a chance to succeed, and that's what they got to do here. Offensive line, get it going.
Stafford set in the pistol. Second and long. Theo Riddick makes the catch. And at the 25, he'll be brought down.
If they're going to take away all the receivers down the field, throw it short to your running back, and look what they can do in the open field. Nice run by the running back.
Stafford's now completed 4 in a row. Stafford's back in shotgun formation. Got a flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
The Lions take it from the 28 to the ground. That's a gain of 7.
That time, nice job. Offensive line gives him a little hole, and he gets in there and shows his toughness and picks up the first down.
The Lions will take the snap from the 35. Golden Tate on the receiving end. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Stafford's able to show off the footwork. Wow, what a good job. Look at those feet. Like a dancer. Gets himself in very good position to throw the football.
Stafford's completion percentage 70% on the day. 1st and 10. Clay Matthews in the face of the quarterback.
You got to make adjustments during the game. I know you thought you could throw the football down the field today, but it's not working. You're getting hit. You're under pressure. Throw some short passes. Get rid of that football.
Surveys. Riddick makes the reception. Ball is out, and it's a takeaway.
Good job by the defense at time, creating a fumble. And that is truly a takeaway because that hard hit took the football away from the runner.
The Texans offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for him. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
2nd and 1. Gets the handle here. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
1st down and 10. Handoff made. Picks up about 2. Running the ball is never a given, but here in the first half with a lead, you have to think this team would love to establish the run better in order to control and hold the lead the rest of the way, Phil.
Yeah, get some rhythm of the football game on your side. And I'll tell you how you start it. You go over there to the bench and you look at those offensive linemen and say you must block better for the run, I think they will as the game goes along. Nice job by the quarterback. Nobody open down the field. He throws it short. It does not get a first down, but it sure makes third down a lot easier.
Hoyers completed his last 6 passes. Tackle made by Levy that time.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
First down at the 31. On the money. Moore's in on the tackle. The Texans now inside the 20. A week ago, they converted time and time again inside the red zone. First down at the 20. Second and 10 coming up. 2-minute warning looms, and this may be the last play before it hits. They'll go ground, searching for space to the right. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. We're back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning in the first half. Hoyers setting up now in the pistol.
Now he's going to change play and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Streeter with the grab. Texas in for the score. Hoyers' 35th touchdown pass of the season. Getting close to the half, and they're giving their opponents a lot to talk about in the locker room.
Yeah, they are putting some kind of whipping on them here early in the game. I'll just say this for the defensive side that's losing. It's been terrible. So go in there at halftime, change what you're doing, and get back in this game.
Stafford will lead his offense back onto the field here as this goes for a touchback. The Texans have displayed a phenomenal defense here today, and I think you would agree, Phil. That's the reason they're in position to win this game.
Yeah, the defense has been incredible. So aggressive, so full of emotion, running around. Every time you see a tackle, there's like 7 guys on the defensive side around the ball carrier. So that's awesome defense. That's why they're winning this game here so far today.
First down at the 20. Second down. The Texans set at the line. Dime package. And a flag comes out.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
Third down after the penalty. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down. The defense stops the clock. And so now they'll call on Martin to punt the football away. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Texans come out for the next possession, having reached the end zone on each of their 2 previous drives.
Yeah, it's been good stuff to watch, no doubt. You know, the offensive side, the offensive coordinator is right in tune with the quarterback. They're calling exactly the plays that they need to be called because of the situations, and the quarterback has been hot throwing the football.
The Texans at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Rod Streeter has the reception. The Texans are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Boyer's been in rhythm so far today.
He has been in rhythm. He is hot. Some days, Jim, when you warm up, you know you have it, and that's what happened to this guy today. When he was warming up, he had it, and he has it in the game.
He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. The Texans call a timeout and are left now with only 1. They come to the line, and it's first down. The Texans come to the line of scrimmage and show a full house. And he just tosses it incomplete. Failing to complete that one, so second down here.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Going to take it the distance. The 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown. Nearing the half, and this one is a laugher.
Oh, well, yeah, one team's pretty happy about it, but how about on the losing end of it? How would you feel like to be being blown out here right before halftime? It's a terrible feeling, and I don't know if you can regroup in the second half.
Tate's going to test the coverage this time. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans defense is having a field day so far. They've been ready for just about anything the offense has tried. A very impressive display here, partner.
Jim, they are whooping tail on the defensive side. That's the cleanest way I can say it. They have been fun to watch, dominating physically, and they got a shutout going.
Second down following the run. The Lions are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Stafford in shotgun formation. Scanning the field. Can't hold on here as this falls incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion. Stafford
has everybody split out wide for this snap. 3rd and 3. Theo Riddick makes the catch. And he's brought down right at the 42. The Lions decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only 1. The Texans defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. To Ebron. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. The Lions will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Stafford's got it in the gun. Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
This man was put on this defense for this reason alone. Make the big hits. Give your team some momentum, and also put a little fear in those offensive players when they get the football.
2nd and 10. Heaving it down the field. That's an interception. And that will do it for the first half. That was exciting for one side and a complete embarrassment for the other. It's blowout city here as we've reached halftime. Larry coming up next to break down the mismatch. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner.
Yeah, you know what you do? It's halftime is over. You come out here. You're not sure what the new game plan is going to be, but feel your way into the game. Don't take a chance early and turn the football over.
Holding offense.
The defense will take the penalty.
Still first down.
Hoyer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. The catch by Hopkins. The key to being a star wideout in this league is showing up every week. And that's been the case here. 2 straight huge games, partner.
Well, he shows up every week. Look, he has the talent to be a star in the NFL, and he loves it. He likes being on that stage, and he gets it done.
Oh, and almost picked off that time.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Brought down at the 47-yard line. 8th catch today so far. The Texans are in front thanks to their quarterback. Hoyer's been unstoppable so far.
He has been unstoppable, hasn't he? When your quarterback is hot, keep giving the football to him. They've done it, and he has rewarded the coaches.
As they continue to lead, you do wonder if this team will run the football more, even though it has been really ineffective to this point.
No, I'd say this. I would go with the pass. You know, you can win the game in the NFL just passing the football. That's what they're going to have to do here today. The run game, it's been rough, and I don't see it changing.
Holding offense.
The defense accepts the penalty.
Still second down.
The Lions lined up in the nickel. The Texans will take the snap from the 40. Hopkins was the target, but this goes incomplete. Now looking at 3rd down. Hoyer standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. 2 hands on the football and has the catch.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
That punt sets up the defense now in excellent position as they're able to down the football inside the 10. The Lions have to still be thinking about that last possession. They were actually moving down the field, and then, of course, the untimely interception ended things.
Yeah, the defense, look, they got good players, and, you know, you give them enough chances, they're finally going to make the play. You have to be careful with the football. The offense was not, and that's why it resulted in an interception.
What do you think they're talking about in that huddle after that drive-killing interception?
They're probably telling the quarterback, if you do that again, we're going to kick you out. I don't know, but they got to play better.
2nd down and 10. They'll run it here. Nothing there as this goes for a loss of 2.
The Lions put themselves in a tough situation here. On 2nd down, you run the football, and what do? You lose yards. Now you got 3rd and long coming up. You got to be careful in situations like this. Everything goes into the side of the defense.
3rd down and 11. They call his name again. Phil, this team has been menaced all game long on 3rd down. They cannot figure out a way to pick up a first.
Well, listen, I can't figure out what menaced means. I got to start bringing a dictionary with me to the games I'm doing with you. You throw out all these big words, but if you mean they've been bad, then I agree.
Ellington's got a chance this time. And they bring it down at the 38-yard line. The Texans seemingly had everything going early with the passing game, but it's been a big change since. Hoyer's tried to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, and I'll tell you what, when an offensive line is not sharp, our quarterback's going to lose confidence.
And with no options, he goes ahead and throws it away.
Well, I'll give the quarterback a lot of credit here. As he dropped back, nobody open. Instead of just freezing there, he jumps out of the pocket, looks down the field, nobody open. And a good job. Just throw the football away.
The Texans take it from the 38. Ezekiel Ansah is in there and makes the play.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Texans will set up. The 28 is the first down line. The Texans get a first down. That's reception number 4 for him.
Tick, 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 tick. That's what we're trying to do. Make that clock keep running down. You got the offense out there. You got a big lead in the second half. Every first down you get shortens that football game.
Hoyer's completion percentage 70% on the day. The Texans have been quite good all season at throwing the football, and it's been another game like that today. Hoyer's been efficient. He's been finding his targets, and he's getting it done.
He is showing why he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. When you take his talent and you put along with it great decisions, you get something special on the field. Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense. This offense has been moving the football all day long. Once again in the red zone, they have a big lead. What will they do? I think they'll just try to run it in from here.
Foster's brought down after picking up only a yard.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
1st and 10. Hoyer's on the move. Hoyer's going to slide and avoid the hit.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
Hoyer's going to take it from the gun. And it's thrown incomplete. The pass play fails to work, and now it's 3rd down. Hoyer's back in shotgun formation. Andre Holmes with the reception. That's his first reception today.
First down by the offense in the red zone, and you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
Out of the eye. Here's the handoff.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 4. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Jim, I love these situations. 3rd and goal. What are they going to call? They're going to run the football. They're going to go with the pass. And if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
3rd and forever. Hoyer's taking off.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit that time. As the quarterback broke the pocket, the defensive backs did a good job staying with the receivers. Nobody's open. Quarterback has no opportunity except to throw the football away. Now the defense is going to be excited. They come out there. The offense has great field position, but they stop them. But they give up 3 points, but still a victory for the defense.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Texans have displayed a phenomenal defense here today, and I think you would agree, Phil. That's the reason they're in position to win this game.
Yeah, the defense has been incredible. So aggressive, so full of emotion, running around. Every time you see a tackle, there's like 7 guys on the defensive side around the ball carrier. So that's awesome defense. That's why they're winning this game here so far today.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down. The Texans go with the dime formation here on defense. Matt Stafford to who else? On his way. Alvin Johnson taken down. And now as we see the stats, you have to love these type of numbers from one of your key wide receivers. Phil, 2 straight games, he's gotten it done.
Yes, we watch this guy play, Jim. You can look at him and you can tell, boy, he has fresh legs. He is flying around and he is getting open.
Now 1st and 10. They break through, tackle him behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the 1st down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
The Lions will take the snap from the 30. Sanu, the ball is jarred loose. Tackles made. Their misery is compounded with the lost fumble here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I want to give the team a speech, and here's what I would say to them, Jim. I'm not going to scream as loud as I would if I was there in person. Wake up. Well, are you kidding me? They're sleepwalking out there. Get involved in the game.
He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. 4th quarter and a blowout. Let's see if we can get this game over in a hurry.
Wow, you don't have to say it that way. I'm anxious to see how this game ends up and how they play it out. I want to see a team that has some pride, and even though they're getting blown out, to stay in there and keep fighting. Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Third and 9 coming up after that last pass play failed to connect. The Texans all bunched up here as they get set at the line. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter. And intercepted! It's somewhat surprising to see, but you look at the rushing totals, and this part of their game has become less effective as the game's gone on.
I think the running back is starting to tire a little bit as you watch him run. Just doesn't look as determined as he was early in the game.
1st down at the 42. Ebron can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
Ebron's going to be so mad at himself for dropping that football because receivers, you never know when your chance is going to come. Then finally, you get open. They call a play where you're the primary guy. It's right there, and you drop it. Well, don't get down on yourself. Stay up. The football will come your way again.
Stafford from the gun. Gets to the quarterback.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
The Texans with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. No bump coverage here. Corners backing up. Ebron's got it on a pass, has some heat on it. 3rd catch today so far.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the 1st down. You're down big in the 2nd half. All you can do, just keep picking up those 1st downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
1st down at the 25. Got a flag. Lions are in for the score. Ebron's 5th touchdown reception of the year.
Holding defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. The Lions with an extra point try on the way. inside of the uprights. Stafford's going to look on now from the sidelines. That last drive, he contributed more than 50 yards in the air. That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. We know how much pride both these receivers have, so you knew they would take today's game as a chance to show just how good they really are.
Yeah, I think what they've done, Jim, they've taken today's game and they tried to show off. And that's okay. You like that from your wide receivers. And anytime they go against a guy on the other team where they're compared, you know they're going to compete against each other, and it's gone well for both.
The Texans take it from the 38. Tackle made by Levy that time.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Will go ground. Swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Texans offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Makes the catch inbounds.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score. The Texans know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. They can't be pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good solid run that time. First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. Hoyer's on the move. The blowout continues. Another touchdown.
In today's game, you know, Jim, you always have to be alert in situations when the quarterback drops back to pass. You've got to think he might be able to run out of the pocket. And that time, the defense not alert for it. Nobody's there, and he scrambles in for a touchdown.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. As we see the stats now, you really like what both guys have been able to do at wideout today, Phil.
Yeah, they have been spectacular out there on the field. The numbers are awesome. This league, once again, we know it's about the pass, and we saw it here today.
The Texans come out in a dime package. First down at the 20. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in.
Boy, it's tough when you're a quarterback or a coach and you see a receiver drop a pass because we know it's hard to design plays that work. It's hard to get open in the NFL, but don't get down. The game is not perfect. Find a way to get the football back to that guy so he can make the catch and get going again.
Long ball to Calvin Johnson.
In a situation like this, third and long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. Matthew Stafford backed off the line, shotgun formation. Stafford's got it in the gun. Scans the field. Calvin Johnson with the catch. Phil, this offense hanging its head in disappointment as they have been able to generate nothing as far as energy converting to yards.
Jim, it's just been a bad day all around on the offensive side. You know, the offensive coordinator, he had a bad day. The quarterback, the offensive line, spare no one. They've all been awful.
Ellington is tackled down.
Ellington's able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage and picks up good yards.
The Texans offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last possession ended in a touchdown. Phil, let's see if they can do it again.
Very well done. Loved what I saw out there on the offense the last time. They mixed it up and they showed a lot of confidence. You can see the speed of the football team and try to duplicate what they just did.
After running it, it's second down.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
Hopkins was the target, but this goes incomplete.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot, and the throw goes incomplete.
And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to fourth down.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
Tate's got it on the return. Ball's on the ground. He's brought to a halt.
That returner, when he goes to the sideline, I promise you that special teams coach is going to rip him a new one. Hold on to the football, lucky to get it back after that fumble.
The Lions weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim. You can do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, it's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
First and 10. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands. And Tate is brought down.
All you can do is your job. And that was a good job by the offense. Picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Stafford's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
Second and goal from the 6. Loss of 4 on the play. Nothing really seems to be going right for this guy lately, Phil. He struggled to run the football last week, and he continues the same today.
Yeah, it's all of the above, Jim. And what I mean by that, it's the running back's fault. It's the offensive line's fault. And let's give a little credit to the defense. They've done a good job stopping the run.
Third and goal from the 3. A takeaway. They bring him to the turf. Phil, can you believe the defense steps up and makes the interception to clinch it for him today?
Oh, they love this. Nothing like winning a game with a defensive play to ice everything. And I give the defense all the credit. Just a great play on their part.
Coming off last week, you would think this team would build on that running attack, but that has not been the case here today.
Yeah, so much has to click for an offense to run the football well. Of course, we need the offensive line to block well, but you also need tight ends and the wide receivers to get it done. I think that's why they have struggled here today.
Foster tackled down. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius. You catch the defense off guard, manage the clock, and just get this game over with.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. They bring back out the offense to go for it. He'll get it again. The Texans now move the chains. The Texans signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. The Lions with a nickel look here on defense. First down and 10. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. He's now got 70-plus yards on the ground. The Texans approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. Again, they'll lean on him. And at the 25, he'll be brought down.
Yeah, I love situations like this. This is when I was at my best, getting in the huddle and telling everybody all the things. Put two hands on the football. Don't anybody jump off sides. Don't take any chances. And most of all, stay in bounds.
And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. The Texans will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Boyer's going to be in the pistol here. Leading on that running attack again here on first down. The Texans call a timeout here. They have 0 timeouts remaining. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Gives it to him again. Slashes to the left side. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line. On the way, 3rd down. Well, it's a nice Thanksgiving win today.
Yeah, it's awesome. You win on Thanksgiving. One, you're happy about the win. Then you think about it. Wow, 10 more days before the next game. That's a lot to be thankful about.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.